Hello and welcome back to episode 38 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with Lincoln City once again. Since you were last with us, we have been in some good form. We had a hell of a game against Wimbledon, which we ended up losing 4-3, unfortunately, but then we beat Southend 3-1, drew 1-1 with Mansfield, beat Morecambe 2-0, Forest Green 2-1, and then drew 1-1 with Scunthorpe, our rivals, which means we are still top of the league by 4 points at the moment, away from Cambridge United, who have had a bit of a charge up the table. Wimbledon have had a little bit of a tumble, but nothing too major. They're still very much in the shout for the playoffs, so only 5 points off automatic promotion. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go straight in for the game against Stoke. Okay, so our lineup for the game against Stoke, we're going with Ruddy in goal, a back four of Smith, McAvoy, Colwill, Norris, Forner, Lindo, Phillips, Thiago Fernandez, a new signing, Scully and Stewart up front. So we're going with a similar team to the one that beat Crewe recently, with the extra defensive midfielder in there, in Lindo, playing as the ball winning midfielder to try and make it a bit easier for us. We're playing very defensive today, just going to try and hold out for a draw if possible. It's going to be a tough game. Stoke are Premier League team, so we know we're up against it. But Lindo with an interception there, and is looking for Stewart, who is on the break. And oh, what a fantastic chance that was! Arguably, that should have been 1-0 when you give a striker a chance like that. And it looked like he just snatched it a little bit. They've worked it across to the left hand side. Foulon puts the cross in, and Thompson heads just wide for Stoke there. So we are going to be, that chance for Stewart really should be taking what could be one of very, very few chances for us in this game, as they have a corner that's headed just over from Collins. I think Stoke are currently in the relegation zone in the Premier League. They were going into this game, as Morales drives through but sends it wide, and it's a goal kick for us. That really giving us no danger there, that one. As we approach the halfway point of the first half, Colwill heads away a free kick, and it's recovered by Stoke, and they're passing it around far more than Stoke did when they were actually in the Premier League. But then I imagine they were also. Oh, he hits the post, and Smith clears it for a corner. Stoke also weren't playing a League Two Lincoln at that time. They were playing Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal. So they probably had more reason to lump it. We're being a Stoke today, as they come back at us again following the corner. Foulon and Kamada ends the highlight. Don't know why we needed to see that. Let's encourage them. Yeah, they're doing well so far. We've managed to keep it at 0-0, and we're just sitting back and making sure we do our best to hold them off where possible. And we reach half time, still 0-0. We've had the one chance. They've had lots of chances, but we're holding in. So let's tell them we're pleased with how things are going, because at 0-0, you've got to be pleased with that. I thought this was fixed, but it appears to be back, unfortunately. It's working for other leagues. It seems to just not like the cup now then, that latest scores glitch. We're actually at a point here, 20 minutes to go. We're going to bring Wilson on for Fernandez because he's very knackered, and we're going to send Lowry on as well, are we? Or Bobby Carroll. We're going to send Carroll on for Phillips, because Phillips again is getting quite tired. We're going to leave Smith on because he's very good. He's better than Noyle. And now 10 minutes to go, as Stoke bring the ball forward for the first time that we've seen in the second half. We've nicked the ball, and Wilson was looking for Stewart there, but didn't manage to find him. As Thompson plays it through for Arter. That is a gut punch and a half. And in response to that, what we're going to do is we're going to attack it, because you've got to, haven't you? If we're going to go out to a late goal, we're going to come back from that late goal and attack them. Let's give it our all and just go for it. We've got to. I think we've come here to the Britannia Stadium. We've stood up well for ourselves, and there's no shame in losing to the Premier League team, especially if it's only 1-0. We haven't lost yet, as Wilson looks to break. He's taken it towards the left-hand side of the box. Oh, and he's equalised. And he has absolutely smashed that into the top of the goal to equalise it and stun Stoke City. What a run from Wilson here. He just runs straight down the side of them. They're trying to cover the ball to Ikpeazu, and he just doesn't worry about it. And stunningly, we've managed to steal a 1-1 draw away to Stoke. What a result that is. And on the back of that, we'll be back with the game in the EFL Trophy against... I forgot who it was against. We'll be back in a moment. And this is a bit of a shock. We won't have the game against Burnley under 23s because it's been delayed. And also, we've been offered a job. Queen's Park Rangers. They're in the Championship, so realistically, they're 16th at the moment. We've got to take the job at Queen's Park Rangers. It's a 2-league jump. So let's have a little roundup of our time at Lincoln City. So, of course, back when we joined Lincoln City, they were quite low in the league at the time. I think around 17th. We managed to climb them all the way up to 8th in our first season, just missing out on the playoffs by 1 point in the end. And then the second season we had with them, we managed to make the playoffs and we finished 6th before losing out to Newport County in the semi-finals. This year, we're top of the league by 4 points. It felt like the year we were going to get the promotion. And hopefully, in my absence, they can go on to do that, because we are going to be taking the QPR job. It's too good to turn down. Leighton Stewart's really come into his own this year. 16 goals in the league, considering he got 15 last year in a full season. Then again, he has played more this year. But we'll keep that quiet. He's been scoring very well this year. He's looked a much better player. Phillips, very good at penalties. He's probably been Lindo has probably been my signing, but he's on loan. So Phillips has probably been my best signing, in my opinion. Wilson did really well up until the injury, and he's bounced back from it quite well, but not quite fully. Highlights of the run at Lincoln would probably be playing Manchester United. That was a big moment for myself, because that's the main thing for me. They're my team in real life. So playing them in the League Cup, that was a big moment. This was our first year, so we joined on for that Plymouth game. We lost 2 games in the rest of the season. And then in our second season, we obviously started very poorly, but then, the win against Wigan 4-0, that was a big moment for us. And then throughout that year, we'd go on a good run, then we'd have a bit of a slump. This big slump here is what costs us automatic promotion, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe it also proved we weren't ready for automatic promotion. But then 5-1 against Shrewsbury bounced back, but it wasn't quite enough in the game against Newport County. We nearly got back into that one as well, but fell just short of it. And then this year, if I say highlights would be beating Crewe and Exeter in back-to-back games. They were League One teams, and then drawing with Stoke. I'd love to be here for the third round replay, but it's Queen's Park Rangers. They're offering me near enough 8 times the salary I'm on right now. £11 million to spend. We've got to go there. So let's go and start negotiations, and let's see what we can pull off. Let's try and get 9,000 out of them. They're having none of that. Okay, we're just going to go with the 8.25, and we're going to advance a day and arrive at our new job. Queen's Park Rangers, higher page. So, questions will be asked as to why Page made the decision to change jobs, but he will face pressure to bring immediate success to the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium, given his former employers and previous standing. Well, we've changed jobs because we jump in 2 leagues. Matt Taylor was the favourite for the job, especially after he attended an interview, but they've gone with me instead. Lincoln getting £65,000 in compensation. And I've brought a few of our staff with us as well. Kind of knew about this going into the Stoke game. I'd had the backroom staff alteration message, but we managed to get the Stoke game in first. I thought it'd be a bit of a surprise for you. So, into the championship we go. We're predicted 15th. Hopefully we can use that £11 million transfer budget to turn it around a bit. They've got a determined squad. Dane Scarlett, the top goal scorer. We've got a hot prospect in Manuel, who doesn't appear to be in the first team yet. Is that Joe Willock? Chris Willock. And Dykes is our highest earner, who doesn't appear to be in the first team, so that's worrying when your highest earner isn't in the best 11. Nevertheless, so they want us to get top half this year and then just keep getting top half. Obviously, we're going to be pushing to get top half this year and then go for the playoffs next year. And let's agree to all that. So we're taking over review ongoing negotiations. So we'll have a look at that after. This is our team at the moment. There's a few aging players here, isn't there? So we're going to need a bit of an overhaul, I think. We've got nothing in our youth intake. Let's have a look at the squad. So they've got, let's have a look at team report. They've got this very good striker in Scarlett, who is on loan from Tottenham. And then we've got a couple of decent strikers behind him. We're probably going to go full the 4-5-1 again. So we've got a good winger on either side. So some decent central midfielders, probably some decent centre. Yeah, I think overall it's quite a good team here, actually, looking at it. We definitely need a bit of improvement in maybe depth and a bit of... If we can bring in a couple of first-team quality players to replace somebody here, I think a holding midfielder is going to be something we need because Luke Amos can play in these two as well. Casata can as well. So I think that's going to be something we want. So, they have just won the FA Cup third round. The fourth round is yet to be drawn. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go and look at the fourth round draw, and then we'll come back tomorrow for the Cardiff and Portsmouth games. Okay, so let's see who we're going to draw in the FA Cup fourth round. if this puts us against Stoke or Lincoln, you just know Stoke are gonna. No, they're playing Luton or Portsmouth. One of our first two games here, actually. Liverpool, Manchester United. We're playing Bristol City, who, funnily enough, I was linked to. As I mentioned, I haven't applied for any jobs. I had a few offers come in for me. Oxford were the first. They offered me an interview. And then we also had interviews from Charlton, Swansea, and QPR. And I got offered to make changes to the backroom staff for all three of those clubs. I took the decision that I didn't want Charlton or Swansea. I was going to go with QPR. They were offering more money. I felt like there was more potential in the fact that we could use that money to generate new players coming in. I felt like that was the best thing to do. So that's where we've gone. And hopefully, I think there was one other team that offered me a job. Who was it now? Offered an interview even. I think it might have been Wigan. I think it was Wigan, but as I say, we've gone for QPR. I think they're going to be the best option for us moving forward. So hopefully we will be back. Let's just have a quick look where that FA Cup game is going to get dropped. It's a bit away. So yeah, we're going to come back for Cardiff and Portsmouth. And we'll have a look at what signings we're going to be looking to make. And hopefully we're going to be here for a successful spell as we were at Lincoln. We can hopefully transform the team, get them up into the top half, and then next season get into the playoffs like we did at Lincoln. And hopefully we will keep an eye on Lincoln. Hopefully they continue their good form and get promoted without me. What we will do as well, just quickly, I'm just going to show you how our old teams are getting on. So Eskilsmin, they are now back in Sodra 2. Division 1 Sodra. They just about survived relegation this year. So they finished 8th, and then that looks to me like they played a playoff. They did. So it was a playoff that's helped them survive. Asker, meanwhile, have solidified themselves in that division at the moment. So I forget when we left them. I think, yeah, we left them this year. So we finished 8th with them just outside the playoff spots. They then finished 4th the year after, finished 8th this year. So they've solidified themselves in that division. And hopefully we can see Lincoln continue, get that promotion into League One and solidify themselves there. I do think we left them in a much stronger position than what we found them in. And hopefully whoever takes over can continue that for them. The favourite for the Lincoln job is Gareth Ainsworth, who was recently sacked as Wigan manager. So that doesn't bode well for them. In fact, all he's done is get sacked. It's good luck with that. But hopefully, if he could just go there, he does a lot better there. We're going to focus on getting some coaches in, getting some scouts in, getting some physios in, improving the backroom staff, and then we'll also be looking to improve the fortunes of the club. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below how you think we're going to get on at Queen's Park Rangers. Let me know, are Lincoln going to be able to continue their form that we left them with and get that automatic promotion? And do subscribe as well if you are enjoying the series. Obviously, just starting a new club, and we're going to be pushing on now to try and get to the Premiership or potentially somewhere one of the other top divisions. Who knows? Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.